Okay. So like the first question is like, can you introduce yourself and what you do, your company?
Hello, my name is Huỳnh Cong-Thang from Vietnam. I founded a company called InnoLab Asia since 2016. What I've been doing in the Southeast Asia is I help people to connect with each other. I mentor the startup. I help them to scale, and then I raise funds for them. For those who want to penetrate in Vietnam market, we help them to understand what actually the potential of the market, what is the sector that they should have a look, and is it relevant to what they are doing. And then from there, they can meet the right key partner and develop the relationship. After they understand the market, they can decide whether they can do business in Vietnam or not. Currently, I'm mentoring at the National University of Singapore. I'm trying to help the Singaporean student to be the entrepreneur. And at the same time, I also help the German startup to penetrate in Southeast Asia, especially Vietnam.
So basically you're connecting people and make more value on it. So you specialize in the Vietnam and South Asian market. So let's say there is a one startup or one founder want to do something in Vietnam. What if he's not good at Vietnamese speaking?
Well, you are not good in Vietnamese, doesn't matter. As the same as I am, I didn't speak Korean fluently, but I still survive here. The language, actually, if someone know Vietnamese language, can open the door for them a lot, especially they can know what is the behind the scene story, or they can know like, okay, what is the message that hidden within the conversation. But if you don't know the language, then the next question gonna be, do you know any friend, or any friend that you know any Vietnamese, and any Vietnamese that you can rely on? Because at the end of the day, any business, we not just like do business with each other. We, as a human, we support each other and we talk with each other. So the business go wrong, not because of the business go wrong, because two people, they don't talk with each other anymore.
Oh, okay. So in Vietnam, like a mutual connection or like a communication is more important.
Yes.
Okay.
And thanks to the social media and the network nowadays, everyone know everyone. Right. So if you do something that not really rare in the market, people will know it. So just sooner or later.
It's just a matter of time.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why when we are sharing or we are talking, we need to be really careful, because what we are saying or what I'm saying in a context in 2024 now may be relevant, but I'm not really sure in the next 5 years, some guy that like dig this conversation and say, hey, what you are saying is wrong.
Right. But it was like 5 years ago. What do you mean?
I mean like in the next 5 years, because we are in technology increasing really fast. So what we are learning, or the information, or even with the opportunity that around the region are varies. So what we know in certain time cannot compete with AI now.
Right.
So what I'm sharing may be from my limited experience and limited knowledge. So I must say like, wow, I can be really confident to share you in some point, but I'm not really sure that it's relevant to everyone.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's shift to the questions for Fosterbridge. This question I ask all the interviewees today. So 1 to 10, can you measure how Fosterbridge is?
For the Fosterbridge, I think you guys gonna be 7. Because I myself, I host the event too. So I think you did a great job in terms of the organizing this event. And why I rate 7? Because it didn't end yet. So I just experienced from the morning until now. So I don't have the overview with that. But so far I experienced great. I put it 7 because there are 3 I didn't know yet.
Right.
So, but the connection that you guys bring on the table and the event is good. Content-wise, I think I learned a lot today. I'm in the ecosystem. We know each other, but you have a wider network than I can imagine. So, which is great that I have quite interesting conversation today.
So then what should we do to like put more 3 and make it 10 like in the second day?
I think beside the event, we should have meeting between those who interested with each other. Make sure that their conversation meaningful, and it's not just and in a way that is there any way that we can crack down the meeting between them in order for them to, let's say, okay, after 15 minutes meeting you, I feel like, wow, we have so much in common and we should share more in the follow-up meeting. Is there any way that we can do it and we follow up and after the meeting, actually there's something happen? And if we, in the event, we can do it like, let's say, from 3 to 5 partners, that's a great outcome. I think then it's a congratulations for all of you.
Okay, more meetups and more meetings, one-on-one. Okay, makes sense. Any messages like for your family or colleagues in Vietnam or Singapore? Yeah, you can speak in Vietnamese.
Xin chào mọi người, tôi đang ở Seoul, Hàn Quốc và tôi đang tham dự sự kiện Fosterbridge và tôi sẽ trở về Việt Nam vào ngày 8 tháng 12 để tổng kết một cái năm đầy bận rộn của mình.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for your time.
Yes, my pleasure.